Welcome. Doing some OMAD and got some food here. That's not all, of course. I got some Pop-Tarts and I've already had 2 meals all this morning so far. So, just going to get on here and just do some OMAD and talk about the lifestyle. So this is homemade chicken pot pie. It's really good, actually. So what's on your menu today? What are you going to eat? What do you have for OMAD? How long have you been doing it for? You know, if you're watching this live or replay, let's talk about what's working for you. What are you concerned about? This is actually going to be day one of me starting OMAD back up again. I haven't done OMAD in about 7 months, but I'm excited to start again. So anyway, this is really the program I like because, you know, I work out twice a day and getting adapted to it's going to be a little difficult in the beginning. It's going to be challenging because the blood sugar is going to get low during the times when I'm not eating because I'm not adapted yet. It's going to be starting over fresh from day one. So my meal, I don't even who really cares how many calories are in it? It's just going to be this and then Pop-Tarts and a kombucha. I've had 3 protein bars and 3 packets of oatmeal already. So that's kind of my whole day's intake. There's, you could say, I don't know, this may be like 1,100 calories. That is like 450 calories or something like that. 550. So that would be 1,700 calories plus 3 protein bars would be 9, would be plus oatmeal, probably about 3,500 calories today. So this will be about a 3,500 calorie day. And the OMAD is going to be, it's 2 different meals that I've had, all within a short period of window, like pretty similar to intermittent fasting. So if you want to lose weight and you want to be in good shape, OMAD is a really good strategy. And it's good for your health too, because you're fasting the majority of the day. So you're giving your metabolism a reset. If you have any questions, I mean, there's only one person watching. This is a new group that I created this group a while ago and it's shown a lot of interest. People are interested in this. So I'm going to start building this group and you're welcome to live stream yourself eating as well. You know, I can change the permissions, etc. But why not? Why not discuss your lifestyle? And the reason why this is good is it gives you a chance to have a community where you can support yourself doing this lifestyle. So right now it's 12 o'clock noon Central Time. I'll have all my calories in for the day, 3,500 calories. And then I'll do, I'm going to be tired after this, to be honest with you. So it's not the ideal time to eat if you're going to have to work during the day. You don't want to have all of that sustenance. You're actually better off in a fasted state if you have to think. Pop-Tart. Everybody must be working today. Well, I'm working too. I'm just taking a break and doing my OMAD. If you don't know who I am, I'm Matthew David Hurtado, otherwise known as the Minister of Allowing. You can check out my website, Matthew David, Hurtado, MatthewDavidHurtado.com. It's my name on Facebook here, .com. I have good content for you if you're into fitness, you're into prosperity, things like that, from a spiritual standpoint. One of the things I'm into is I'm into doing this. I'm into eating good food. I have rules around food that basically I get to eat whatever I want and stay in great shape. And it's a good lifestyle to have those rules adapted. And then it's interesting to be able to turn it into an OMAD, starting with intermittent fasting, going to the place where, I'm cutting back my window of eating. So it's not eating all day, grazing, snacking, but just cutting it back, weaning it in, and then bringing the window in tighter and tighter and tighter as my body adapts to it and adjusts and the metabolism kicks in. And from what I've understood is that, as a male, I can increase my testosterone by up to 400%. My growth hormone can go up hundreds of percentages naturally from within my own body by optimizing metabolism. And you can get really lean. You can get really clarity of focus. You can get better mood. All of these things can happen once you become adapted. And the first couple weeks might be rough. The first couple weeks of OMAD can be really rough because your body is not used to this. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you fasting? Are we dying? Your body can be like, are we dying? We need food. And then you'll realize that you don't really need the food. You have like 120,000 calories stored on your body already from whatever fat that you're holding on to. You don't need the food. It's not like you can't go a day without eating. You'll be fine. But your emotions will come up and they'll show you what you've been suppressing, why you've been eating all day long. And that's really the biggest thing for me. The reason why I like to do it more than anything is this shows me what emotions I've been suppressing. Like as in, okay, why am I eating all the time? Why do I snack when I get stressed out? See, why do I snack when I get stressed out? What is this habit of get stressed, put something to my mouth? What is that habit? It's a really powerful self-checkup. And it's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. I don't even know why people consider anything a diet. The word diet is die with a T on it. It means you got dying down to a T. So you really want to focus on what are the benefits I'm gaining from doing this, and then keep that as your focus. So it's really a great turnaround for a mental shift while you're adapting. So when your body feels hungry and you're like, oh, I need to eat. Okay, do I really need to eat? No, that's just part of my brain that's used to being addicted to putting something in my mouth to calm me down if I'm feeling stressed. So there's the answer. I'm trying to calm myself down from feeling stressed. So then turn it around. Well, if I turn this around, what benefits could I gain if I replace it with the habit of fasting? My clarity of focus will be better. I'll be able to process what I've been suppressing and collecting. So any emotional upsets that I've been suppressing and collecting for a long time through the use of, actually, through the abuse of food, it's an abuse. Our ancestors didn't snack all day on junk food. They didn't have to keep creating insulin spikes all throughout the day. That wasn't the way it worked out. Our genetics were not designed for that. So there's no reason why we should continue to do that unless we want to just blindly march along with what everybody else is doing. But when 3 out of 4 people in the United States have a chronic diagnosable medical condition, I wouldn't say that the average person is necessarily the healthiest person. That's what we call normal now. We call normal 3 out of 4 people having a chronically diagnosable medical condition. So what is the benefit of OMAD? The benefit is you get to reset your body completely, reset everything. And part of that reset, I don't know how that plays out for everyone, but for me, it actually makes my metabolism very, very fast. It makes me very, very tuned in to my spiritual reality where I live the majority of my life as a minister. I have to be able to focus not on this world, but on things that are supernatural, which means above the natural. You know, the natural, we have all the carnal flesh, we have the desire. See, that's the whole point. This carnal flesh wants to eat food. It wants to consume food, constantly consume. So if anybody wants to manipulate us, all they got to do is put food in front of us all the time and say, here's more, here's more, here's more, here's more. And in my training videos, you can watch for free on my website, MatthewDavidHurtado.com, I talk about how these are like false start ghettos, because what you're doing is you're following an impulse of desire into a ghetto, and it really destroys you. It doesn't benefit you. The brain wants it because the brain becomes addicted to the instant fix, the sugar fix, the dopamine, the constant arousal of the senses. But then what happens is, it comes at a price. The metabolism is affected. Constant insulin spikes all day long, according to medical science. So, you get all these insulin spikes. Cortisol and insulin go up together. So, for instance, if you snack on this for breakfast in the morning, what happens is cortisol goes up with insulin. Insulin comes down very quick. Now, when insulin comes down very quick, you have what you call the crash. So you have the sugar peak, the sugar crash, but cortisol stays up for hours. And cortisol is a stress hormone, and cortisol is a fat storage hormone. You see, and then what happens over time is that plays on the neurophysiology, it plays on the biochemistry, it plays on every aspect of your organism, because you're doing something that nature never intended. Okay, this body, this physical carnal beast, meat sack body of yours belongs to nature, natural law. Now, natural law, demonstrates that if you fast, what happens is all of your resources come to the surface so you can hunt. You see, wouldn't it be more advantageous if you had all of your natural resources to be able to hunt? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, to be able to think faster, sharper, smarter, because you're hunting. That's natural, primitive, carnal instinct. You want to get a promotion at work, you want to build that business, you want to, find that lover, you need to have sharper instincts. Hunt. Hunger is good. Hunger is good. See, we turn around. Hunger does not mean you're starving. It doesn't mean you're dying. Hunger means that you're gaining access to all of these natural, primitive instincts of your body, including the body itself becoming leaner, stronger, faster, more agile, tighter, because it needs to hunt and gather. So it's going to give you the best possible outcome. Get that? Now, if you keep, stuffing all day long, what you're going to get is you're going to become compromised. You're confusing the body. You're confusing everything. See, you say, oh, I want to focus today. I want to go build this business. I want to go, I want to write this letter. I want to accomplish something today. And then you snack and you eat some sugar. Well, what happens is the real reward centers in the brain, that get from hunting and gathering back in our primitive instincts, right? Primitive, hunt, gather, build a nest, take care of your flock. These kind of things are reptilian instincts. So that reptilian brain is constantly scanning the environment, saying, okay, should I kill it? Should I eat it? Or should I mate with it? Okay. The primitive part of your brain scans all day long. Should I kill it, eat it, or mate with it? Boom. And if you keep giving it something to eat, it keeps saying, I'm good. Now, you've just short-circuited your desire to go and kill it. And what I mean by killing it is to go out, and that's why we use words like crush it, kill it, all these things in business, because that is you referring to the reptilian part of your brain to go out and hunt, to go out and gather. So what's the solution? So the solution is simple. Bring this meat sack back to first nature. Bring it back to the original design. You're designed to hunt and gather and to go out, and that reptilian part of your brain only cares about reproduction and survival. And so if you put the snacking on hold and open up that window of fasting for a long period of timing for the majority of your day, you're going to trigger that reptilian brain to hunt and gather. And it's going to give you more of its resources, resourcefulness, to be better equipped to handle stress and to be able to get and accomplish the true desires in life, not what I call the false start ghettos. Sugar addiction is just as much an addiction as anything else. In fact, it's probably the biggest addiction on the planet. You know it is. Because sugar is a drug, okay? Period. Bottom line, it changes the chemistry, it changes the brain, it does all sorts of things when you ingest it. It is a drug, and I'm not knocking it, I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, you know, I used to be for keto, I've done OMAD, you know, I've done fitness competitions, I've done all of these things for 2 decades, okay? Every diet that comes and goes it's just another way for people to congregate around a belief system and to give themselves focus and direction towards, you know, bettering themselves. Whether it's Atkins or paleo or keto, it doesn't really matter. But see, those are all peripheral. Those are diets. Okay, that's just strategy. That's just a strategy. A strategy doesn't involve change. A strategy is just the blueprint for how you're going to apply you to the change. So everybody gets all caught up on the strategy and they say, oh, this is how I'm going to do it. And then 3 days later, they don't. Now, the beauty of OMAD and intermittent fasting is that you put yourself into a starvation issue, okay? And you don't do it right. You don't just say, okay, day 1, that's it. Boom, I'm going 23 hours without eating, and then I'm going to eat 10,000 calories. I mean, you literally will create an insulin spike, possibly, that will knock you out. And so that's one thing you got to be careful of, is you probably should ease your way into anything. Give yourself time to adjust and adapt. It's a lifestyle. It's not like an overnight fix. The benefits of the lifestyle are extraordinary. It's not an overnight fix. So let's say day 1. Well, what did you do yesterday? Well, I ate 6 meals a day like they told me to. Okay, great. So you're switching to OMAD. Don't go 23 hours fasting and then try to put all 6 meals into one meal. Because according to, you know, what I understand, your body, and I've seen this happen, can produce 5 to 6 times the regular levels of insulin when you have depleted it for so long, and then you kick in a big meal. And what'll happen is you'll feel drunk and you'll feel really tipsy and you might pass out. That actually happened to me in the beginning of doing keto. You're messing with your blood sugar. That's what I'm telling you. You're messing with it too abruptly. So a good way to do it is to go gradual, ease your way into it. So if you did 6 meals yesterday, today, first day of doing this, first week of doing this, possibly do 3 meals, okay? And try to do them in that 8-hour window. That's called intermittent fasting. See, if you eat all of your food within an 8-hour window and then fast for 16 hours, okay, that's technically the definition of intermittent fasting. Now, that will kick in a large fast window, and it will be challenging because you're not used to it yet. But in that adaptation period, you can optimize a lot of the functioning of your body gradually, bringing it back to first nature, the way that nature intended these meat sack, mortal, animal, beast bodies to survive and thrive, not the least of which being able to bring back into control the reptilian part of your brain. People think fasting's bad. Fasting is good. It causes you to have drive, desire, to hunt, to gather, to fight. Okay, it gives you resources that you normally lay to rest because you keep pacifying yourself with sugar and food. Then week 2, bring that window in a little tighter. Drop it down to 2 meals. Okay, in a 4 to 6 hour window. See, we're bringing in a longer fast and we're tightening in. So week 2, it's starting to look really good now. And then week 3, boom, we bring it into 1 meal in a 2-hour window. Now you're officially adapted. You're on OMAD, and you're running, and you're off to the races. See, that's how I work it. That's how I bring it into my life. Is I ease my way into it, and then it works like magic. When I first did this, I think I lost about 20 some pounds, but it was all fat. I lost all the fat where I literally had veins coming up my stomach, and all of the fluff came off my face. My neck tightened. My focus went through the roof. I just started to be able to absolutely focus on things. I had so much energy that I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I would finish all my assignments and I'd be like, okay, I got to do more. I got to do more. It was really an incredible feeling. And it used to be that I would feel tired all the time because I kept eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. So that's just an overview. And, I realize, I'm doing this live. Nobody's watching it now because I've never live streamed here and there's nobody engaging. So I'm not going to sit and eat all this in front of you. That's boring, because you're not here. We can't discuss what's on your plate today. And I'll probably just make this a welcome video for the group. But, again, I'm Matthew David Hurtado, the Minister of Allowing. I've been in fitness for over 2 decades. I've done competitions. I've trained people. Fitness has always been a lifestyle for me, and they go hand in hand with peak performance, because peak performance is here, and spiritually mastering the Trinity, okay? So if you want to check out more information about me, you can always go to MatthewDavidHurtado.com or engage in this group. Be part of this group. Ask questions. Make it a lifestyle. Put up your meals. People love to see what you're eating. It inspires other people. Other people need that inspiration. They need you to validate their decision in life to make a change, because they're trying to identify as being involved in a community. See, that community aspect where you identify as being part of something is the most critical part of transformation, because the environment programs the DNA. That was like Lise Rankin's book in Mind Over Medicine, is the environment programs the DNA. And so as you're adapting, it's great to be involved, and let's make this a powerful community. I'm going to change the settings and make it an open setting group. The only rules I have is, don't use this group to promote, your brand of network marketing products, or, come join our group. This group is better. Please don't do that stuff, because it's non-productive. If people want to join other groups, they'll find them and join them. It's really not ethical to come out and say, here, buy my stuff in this group. It's not designed for that. So just play in an ethical way, support each other. We'll support you, and let's make this a powerful transformation. Take care. God bless. Love you, and be fit.